This video I'm going to show you guys how to fletch your own arrows. Well, this is how I do it without a fletching device. So this is one that I already did, but I did this one a year ago for deer season. Basically that's the broadhead and those are the fletchings, and it's basically matched. It's fletch matched to the blade. And if you want to fletch your own arrows and you can't, you don't want to buy a fletching tool, because I know fletching tools are pretty expensive, you get one of the cheaper ones from like Sportsman's Warehouse, like $50. Or if you're like me and you like to do your own things, you can pick yourself a pack of Allen's, the 3-blade broadheads, and they're only like $7 or $8, and you're pretty much set. So what you're gonna need is acetone. This is only 99 cents. You have to be 18 or older to buy it, obviously. Of course, super glue. If you can, I highly recommend it. Get yourself a blade so that you can take the fletchings off of your old ones. And a towel. Of course, you need a towel to wipe it off. You have to have a fixed blade, basically. You can't use the mechanical blades. You have to use the 3-blade fix. What you want to do is, after you get your fletchings off, basically no more fletchings. I'm gonna leave this arrow alone because I'm not shooting mossy oaks anymore. So yeah, you want to pour a little bit on it. You don't need a lot of acetone. Acetone's pretty strong. And just clean up your arrow. So yeah, once you get your arrow all cleaned up, it's basically just a straight black carbon arrow now. That's what it was. It had those little rubber pieces on there. It had the logo. Now it's just a clean black carbon arrow. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the one arrow, and then I'll just do these on my own time, so that doesn't take up too much time for you guys. But yeah, so what you want to do after this is, once you get that done, you put your broadhead back on. I'm going to use this. This is a G5 Montec, because this is the actual broadhead. I'm considering to, I'm probably going to keep one of this in my quiver during deer season, just because I like how fixed broadheads shoot. They clear through bone a lot better than mechanicals. So what you want to do is you want to put this back on, make sure it's tight, so that once you do if you ever decide to use this, or if you are going to use it, the fletching will match up with it. So what you want to do is you put it on, and you do want even surface for this. Basically, using the broadhead, whatever you put on there, this top one is going to be straight up. So you just go to the back where your fletching is going to be. So this thing smells. And you do kind of want to keep this back clean. Like, try not to touch it too much once you clean it, because whatever little debris you have on there, it'll make it not stick as good. So yeah. So what you want to do after this is you just get your super glue, and then this is pretty much it. You put your super glue on there. You don't want to put too much where it's oozing out, but you do want to put enough so that it'll hold. And then just kind of just think about how far you want your fletchings to be. I like my fletchings about an inch away from my, like an inch and a half, or maybe things like an inch and a half away from where my nock is at. So yeah. And when you put it down, just make sure it's straight down. And then you just add a little bit of pressure. And that's fletching number 1. And then you basically continue to the next one. You turn it, and then you don't have to worry about the fletching because this is what's going to be your anchor point basically to tell you where your fletching is going to be. So if you put this down, it actually helps if you don't let your fletchings touch the table once you put your first one on. So you just get anything basically just to put it on there so that you're really relying on only the broadhead to line up your fletchings. So you get the next one and you put it on same way. And again, just like earlier, just make sure it goes straight down the middle of your arrow, basically, your arrow shaft. So yeah, that's your second fletching, and then your last one. With the last fletching, you could put it down because you have two now to hold it down, so you don't really need this anymore. It doesn't hurt to do it because you could put more pressure on it without the thing kind of moving on you. So this is how I usually do it. Broadhead on one side, and I usually have a piece of board, like a small piece of wood that sits on the bar. I don't have a piece of metal, which works out the same. So yep, there goes the last one. Same thing, just make sure it matches up straight down the middle and just make sure that they're all lined up to the back. So you do want to be careful when you're pressing it down, because what I've had problem with is sometimes with the cheaper glue, the fletching will slide on you, and then once it slides off, you have to clean the glue off when you do it, or it won't, like, it's not going to stick on really well. So yep, that's it. You got your fletched on. It's basically fletch matched to my blade. And if you're wondering how strong this is, I've had fletchings come off on me when I'm shooting my cardboard targets. Because it'll go through the cardboard a couple times, like after like 6 or 7 passes, it'll start coming off. But you know, that's pretty understandable. I mean, it's cardboard. The thing's pretty tough. But yeah, if you're wondering if it's gonna come off on you while you're hunting, I've shot them through animals. I've had pass-throughs and they've never come off on me. So yep, that's it. That's how you do it without a fletching device. Plain, easy, simple, very cheap and affordable. The most expensive thing out of this whole thing would be the fletchings. The same way you can make helicals. When you put it on, this is the tricky part though, because I've had problems with this. When you put the fletching on, you could put it at an angle, and then once it sets, it'll have the helical to it, whichever way you want. Like left, if you want right, you put it slightly at an angle to the right. If you want left, you put it slightly at an angle to the left. You just gotta remember whatever angle you put for one has to be the same for all three of them. I'm not going to fletch them with helicals anymore, simply because when I bought these blackouts, and then they came with their own, but they weren't lasers, they're really quiet. Like when you shoot the no helicals, they fly super quiet. There's no sound to them, and they're still pretty accurate. I mean, I was shooting this guy up to 80 yards, and they were hitting dead on still. But when you're shooting the helicals, you can hear it. You can hear the rotating. It's cool, I'm not gonna lie. When you see it fly, it looks great. It's freaking awesome. But for a hunting scenario, that noise, it could really cost you an animal. Like, I've shot pigs that jumped my arrow because of the sound. And I used to not have that problem because I used to only shoot straight. So I started shooting helicals and I like them. They're more accurate, but they fly slower and a lot louder. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys start fletching your own arrows. It's quick, easy, and very affordable. You don't even need to buy blazer vanes. You could buy the ones that I cut off. See these guys? They're not blazer vanes. They're the cheaper knockoffs. You can get like 120 of them for like $6. So I mean, and they fly great. I mean, I was shooting all day yesterday and today. They're just not as consistent as blazers. But I mean, if you can't afford it and you want to go cheaper so you can shoot a lot like me, because I shoot a lot. Whenever I go out, I should have showed you guys how long I was out today. I basically go out from like, I'll be out there for like 4 or 5 hours shooting, just straight shooting. So yeah, if you shoot as much as me and you are on a tight budget, these little knockoff blazer vanes, they shoot great. They're not as thick, so they're a little bit more flimsy, but they still fly pretty good. But you get a lot more. You get like I said, 120 of them is like $8 or $9. You get 90 of the blazer vanes, and it's $15. So yeah, for a little bit more, you definitely get the better ones. So yeah, if you can, you know, blazers all the way. So yeah, that's all you need. Broadhead, and you're in business. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, maybe I'll show you guys how to make one of those target boxes. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, subscribe. Maybe I'll do more of these how-to videos. I feel like they're pretty informative. They're pretty easy. Save you a lot of money. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy watching this. I hope you guys learned something. And I got my rabbit hunt video coming up. It wasn't really great, but it has one shot in there. So yeah, until next time, guys.